Hello and welcome to the next DeLorean video where we're going to be looking at 74 and a little bit of 75, but not really. I'll come on to why a little later on, but let's start by just completing the door because there is something that we need to add to the door to completely finish it. We did a lot of it last time, but we just need to add this metal plated part at the top. So you just place it down on there like so, making sure that it is all in correctly so it fits into that plastic part there very nicely. Yeah, I'd say that's all in, and then we just attach these down. No, we don't attach them down just yet. What error have I made? Oh no, it's an error. Really? I didn't even notice this last week. I'm filming these back to back, so I'm sure you've screamed at me about this in the comments, but oh no, I've had 2 weeks of people pointing this out to me, haven't I? No. Right, for those of you who don't know why I'm panicking, don't know why I'm getting all irate, I have trapped the wire. Into this plated part here, which you're not meant to do because it means that the lights won't work, believe it or not. So if I just loosen this one, hopefully I'll be able to fiddle it around so that the wire comes out. Remember, I do these mistakes so you don't have to. Come on. Okay, right. Good. Hey! So after 2 weeks of people screaming at me, I fixed it. No wire is now trapped. This wire is now free. I just hope it's not broken. Let me just reattach this screw just in there. Like that. In you go. There. Ooh, blimey. Okay, now with this wire free, make sure that it goes through that part there, and if we reattach this hinge part, the wire needs to go through that little hole there, which it now does. Good. Great. Phew. Now that that's all done, we attach it with some NM screws. There we go. That is that part all done. Get rid of the black marks here. That is the hinge joint all done. The wire is through that hole, no longer trapped. And now it comes to attaching this to the main framework of the DeLorean. Now, the last door, let me go get the main framework actually, because you may notice that I don't have a door this side because I had real problems connecting it with the hinges. It may look like I did it on the video, but they were loose and they kept coming apart, and in the end it came apart. So I tried attaching it with bigger screws. That didn't work because they were too long, and it ended up making the holes on the framework too big and the holes on the hinges too big as well. So any other screw I tried, if I tried to reattach the QM screws, it didn't work because the hole was too big. I basically ruined it. Luckily I had a spare framework, which is why there's no glass here. I had a spare framework piece because I had issues with issue 60. So these holes are fine, but I am just waiting on the hinge joint from issue 70 to attach the door this side. So that's why there's no door this side. But I have learnt a lot about how to attach the door for this side. So before I get into that, let's just attach the hydraulic arm that doesn't do anything. And honestly, it doesn't do anything. This is not strong enough to support any of the weight of the door. 2 weeks ago, no, a month ago now, I said that I'd find out a way how to make the doors stand up on their own right, and they can't. Loads of people have had the problem as well, that the doors just have not been able to stay up, which is an absolute pain because I meant to see all this gorgeous work inside, all the stuff that Chloe and Corey and Mike are doing, if the doors don't stay open. Luckily, Eaglemoss, in their wisdom, provided these black bars. They meant to just push under the door to keep them open, but it's a little bit of an archaic way of doing it, I think. But there we go. Okay, so now that that hinge is in place a little bit, you know, that probably should be glued down, but it is loosely in there for now. It comes to the attaching of the door. Now, the QM screws provided are too small to attach the hinges down. What you need to do is you need to get some KM screws. Now, if you have kept all your screws separately, you may have some spare KM screws which you can use. If you haven't, if you go back to the main underside, the main chassis of the DeLorean, you see that there are these clips here holding the wires in place. These clips are attached with KM screws. So I recommend unscrewing those parts and getting the KM screws from those cable holders. And I know that means that the cables are loose, but I'd rather have doors that move properly and deal with loose cables later on, because when the model's all finished, those cables aren't going to be loose, they're all going to be pushed in place without those cable holders. If you want to, you can replace the cables with QM screws and attach a bit of glue to hold them in place. It's completely up to you, but make sure you get KM screws to attach the doors to the DeLorean. Now, like I say, I'm waiting for replacement parts, so I can't attach both of the doors right now, but I can attach the door that we have just done. So let's just bring that in there. And you see, the hinges work on the screw and the peg method. So we just need to make sure we get this wire pushed through that hole. That's the first thing. That 4 labels getting in the way. Go on, push through. Oh, come on. More important things to be doing than try and deal with this 4 label. There we go. Okay, that's fine. Right, so that is through, and then we line them all up like that. Oh. Like that, although mine's not wanting to really line up. Weird. Okay, and then we turn it around, and basically we just do exactly what we did with the last door, but instead of attaching QM screws to this hole here and this hole here, which you can't see, you attach the KM screws. Now I'm going to do all this off camera because I don't want to ruin it. I also recommend that you go out and buy some pipe thread seal to just secure these screws even more in place when you're done with them, so that they don't pop out, and so the hinges are all attached. But I'm going to do this off camera in case I make a mess of it, and I'll show you the results in just a second. It's on! The first door, finally, that is on properly on my DeLorean. It's on properly. There is a slight manufacturing error, believe it or not. I know that a lot of people have been complaining about manufacturing errors with the doors. Either they get scratchy windows and stuff like that, but mine is manageable, and I'm not going to change the parts or anything like that because it sits fine when it's down. And then if you open the door, it's fine, and you can get the little black bar and put it there to hold it open. But then when you shut the door again, you see it doesn't quite shut properly. There's a gap. So all I need to do is just push ever so gently and it goes in fine. That's fine. I can handle that. You see I've taken down the boot there so that doesn't come up. I've just used some, I don't know what it's called, magic tape I think. I use it to attach the comic bags together so that I can peel it off easily. That's better than masking tape, I feel, or sellotape or anything like that. Gets yourself some of that. But yeah, so that is my door. It does open up. Fantastic. You put that black bar in there. I don't think, you know, there's some clicking, but they are fully attached in there. And then you put it down and then just slight push down like that. I really hope that the next door or the replacement screws will help with that door. The next door, but I don't have it yet because I have ordered a replacement part, as you know. That will come in the next set of issues, which I don't yet have, sadly. And also I can't do issue 75 without attaching that door first, because issue 75 is essentially this T part here, which what you do, oh, got some actual weird plastic metal part just sticking out there. That's weird. I'll deal with that when I put it on. But basically what you do is you just screw it into there like that, and that is the top of the DeLorean. And then of course that door will be attached and it'll be a nice finish there. And then of course that will go up and come down fine like that. But I can't attach it properly yet because I don't have that door done. But you're starting to see that stainless steel look really shine through now with that DeLorean. The very clean lines, the black and the grey and the steel, all looking fantastic. Of course, I haven't put the windscreen in yet. That's on my spare. I might actually just leave it in there till it's all done. But yeah, it's looking really, really good. And I won't show you now, but with the interior inside, it looks great. It's just a shame we've had these couple of hiccups, but you know, it's not the end of the world. They are fixable. Eaglemoss just send out parts. They waste so much money sending out parts. If they got it right in the first time, Eaglemoss, if you're listening, you wouldn't be wasting all this money, but you haven't. But at least you do send through the parts when we call on them to be replaced. So that is very, very good of you and right of you, and there'll be uproar if you didn't do that. But just get it right in the first place. Just check the quality control, please. So that is the end of this video. I hope you'll join me in 2 weeks' time, where hopefully we'll be finally attaching that door. I will do that off camera, so you'll see it with both doors hopefully in the next video, and we'll be looking at the next parts of this fantastic DeLorean, and I don't know what they're going to be because I don't have the parts yet, so that is very exciting. I hope you'll join me for that. Until then guys, take care, bye bye. I just want to thank my patrons John Medney, Jay Falschenbauer, Tom Butcher, Jerry Wilson, Omar Khan, Gary Lewis, Simon Edwards, John Dunseith, Glenn Philo, Andrew Woods, Fabio Gugel, Simon Dunn, Brick Bardo, Thomas Parker, David Cunningham, Mark Frampton, Louis Pays, Terry Schwanditz, Donovan Asmawid Jaja, James Brown Jr., Jan Hendrik Volbeer, the Mitzatonic University Podcast, Dave Westbury, Michael Chambers, Marcus Simon, Vince Steele, Savigny Barrett, Michael Anderson, and Flash. Without you guys, this video would not have been possible, so thank you very much.